Okay, so let's talk about something we've probably all felt, but, we rarely ever talk about it out loud. It's that weird, kind of awkward shift that happens in our relationships the second money gets brought up. It's uncomfortable for sure, but it is a universal feeling. And today, we're going to dig into exactly why it happens.
Wow, this quote right here really just cuts straight to the heart of it all, doesn't it? It's a powerful and honestly a little chilling to think about. The moment a financial detail comes out, the way people see us can just fundamentally change. All of a sudden, it feels like we're being looked at through a totally different lens.
I mean, really think about it for a second. Maybe you mentioned getting a bonus at work, or your new salary, or maybe even a financial struggle you were going through. Did you feel it? That subtle change? A new tension in the air? Or maybe some weird new expectation that just wasn't there yesterday? Yeah, you are definitely not alone in that.
That feeling is incredibly common. And here's the thing, it is not just in your head. There's actually a clear scientific reason for this whole social dynamic. And it's not about people having bad intentions or being fake friends. It's about how our brains are literally wired.
And that brings us to the core of this whole thing, the diagnosis. We're talking about something called the status perception bias. The best way to think about it is like a subconscious shortcut that our brain takes, a lot of the time without us even realizing it.
So what is it exactly? Well, it's a cognitive shortcut. The second our brain gets some kind of financial cue, like say hearing someone's salary or seeing them with an expensive new car, it automatically, and this is the key, subconsciously assigns a certain level of power and status to them. And that, in turn, completely shapes our expectations of that person from that moment on.
Let's break down just how fast this happens, because we're talking about a split-second process. Step 1, a financial cue is observed. It can be anything, big or small. Step 2, your brain instantly assigns a rank, a status, and boom. Step 3, the entire dynamic of the relationship starts to shift almost immediately. It is a lightning-fast process that happens totally beneath the surface.
Now, here's what's so important to understand. This isn't a moral issue. This isn't about you or your friends being good or bad people or being greedy or judgmental. It's actually a leftover from our evolutionary past. Our brains are just hardwired to quickly figure out social hierarchies so we know where we fit in a group. It's just that in our modern world, money has become one of the biggest and loudest cues for that assessment.
So if that bias is the diagnosis, then what are the symptoms? Well, this is where we feel the real-world impact. It's that moment when a genuine friendship starts to feel a little bit more like a business deal, where authenticity gets kind of pushed to the side and replaced by all these unspoken expectations.
And this right here is the fundamental shift. See, an authentic, real connection that's built on things like shared values, mutual trust. It's a balanced, two-way street. But once the status perception bias kicks in, that foundation can totally shift over to something transactional. Now it's about a perceived debt or expected favors or just this constant nagging awareness of a status imbalance.
And what does this actually look like in real life? Oh, I bet you'll recognize these. All of a sudden, you're getting unsolicited stock tips from everyone. Or that one friend who never asks for anything is now kinda, awkwardly hinting about a loan. Or there's that assumption that you'll always be the one to pick up the check. It's that subtle but very, very real change in how people treat you. Okay, so we've diagnosed the problem, we've looked at all the messy symptoms, so how do we fix it? Well, let's move on to the prescription, and that is making a really strong case for financial privacy. Not just to protect your bank account, but to protect your relationships and, frankly, your own peace of mind.
Now, it is crucial to understand this. This solution is not about secrecy or being ashamed of your success, or your struggles for that matter, not at all. It's about being strategic. It's about creating a little bit of a buffer, a space where your relationships can actually thrive based on who you are as a person, not what your net worth is.
So let's just define what we're talking about here. Financial privacy is simply the intentional practice of not disclosing specific financial details. And the goal here is a pretty great one, to protect the emotional integrity and the natural, authentic balance of your most important relationships. So what's the payoff? Well, the benefits are pretty clear. You get to preserve those real, authentic connections. You get to dodge all those awkward transactional conversations. You protect your own emotional well-being from all that weirdness. And maybe most importantly, you allow people to see you and not just a walking wallet. And if there's one big idea to take away from all this, it's this. Practicing financial privacy isn't really about hiding your money.
It's actually a powerful tool that allows you to reveal your true self without that distorting filter of financial status getting in the way.
So I'll just leave you with this final thought to kind of chew on. By being a little more mindful of the financial details we share, we give ourselves and the people we really care about the chance to answer that very question honestly.